281, man. Look, I'm going to go ahead and kick this off first and foremost by being man enough, grown enough to apologize to Tyler's self um, for my part because you know me, man. I think I the one that kind of lit that fire. Not intentionally, by far. Like, this is my thing, man. I'm going to break it down to y'all. When I be on this mad, dude, I be sitting here on my shit, either smoking a hookah, drinking, watching TV. My setup literally just be like, got the Madden there, watching TV there, pretty much. So in the mix of that, I be doing a lot of digging, man. Like, not digging to see who cheating. I be doing digging to see how the fuck, like, some people still got the ability guys. Like, how do you keep them? I'm trying to educate myself on a lot of shit about Madden that I just don't be knowing. Like, I'll be looking at people's stats. I'll be looking at who they are to try to figure out, like, all right, he didn't regress, but he did, so what do I need to do? Then I'll be looking at players and shit, to possibly do a show about. I do a lot of that shit, man. I'll be like, all right, I could do a show. I can maybe do a whatever. So I'm always on people rosters all the time, man. Like, I am always on somebody's roster. I'll be looking at, like, Stokes. Like, I'll look at how he got, like, some of his abilities set up on his running back. I'll look at, like, guys who's got, like, good defensive players. And I just be like, all right, let me see how he got his shit set up. Like, ability wise, how he got his linemen set up. Like, I be stealing a lot of y'all thoughts, man. Like, just trying to get better. I'm trying to stay competitive. And that's where I go with it. So I say all that to say this. When I heard about that quarterback that Rams had, I took a look at him. And I'm like, God damn, that is probably the best quarterback to ever enter the game. Like Lamar Jackson part 2 type shit. And so I wasn't at home, so I couldn't get on the remote play because I forgot to cut my shit on. So I went on Daddy League and I was looking at, like, players. And I looked at his quarterback again and I started looking at his team. So when I watched him play Stokes, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do a spotlight on the Rams because he got a cold ass team. I looked at his linemen. I'm looking at his wide receivers. I'm looking at his running back, his quarterback. I say, man, this motherfucker got a squad. So in the mix of that, was a few names in my inbox just asking me questions, like checking my knowledge on, like, possibilities of, like, people, like, upgrading players and all this shit. Man, I'm a commission a couple of leagues, so I've known when I upgraded players for guys, because with those leagues we do upgrades. We give awards out and they get upgrades. And I know, like, certain ways you can upgrade guys, that people won't even notice. Shit like that. Simple stuff but it alters, like, the way the awareness is, and all of a sudden, like, you could boost somebody awareness up to like 90 something, and they all of a sudden overall be like 90 something. And if you look at some of the rest of their attributes, you like, well, how the fuck is he got all of this but ain't got none of that? So either way, like I say, so they was in my inbox with that, and I was just like, I don't know. So I just decided to go. I was looking on Daddy League, then I finally got back home and I'm looking on his roster again, and I'm just, I'm entertaining this shit. So I hit back and I'm like, man, I can say this. I'm like, Daddy League don't match his. But at the same time, I said, let me investigate first. So I looked at like 13 or 14 quarterbacks, and everybody's shit matched Daddy League damn near perfect. And his quarterback was like so off. So I was like, man, his shit don't match Daddy League. But I didn't want to take it to the forefront. This was a conversation between me and one other person. So I was leaving it at that, though, because I don't accuse, if I can't get, like last time we caught old boy cheating last year. You can tell. Like all his traits was different. And we ain't upgrading traits. Like your quarterback went from having like trigger happy and no idea and no like a bunch of shit to having like all the right traits. So he's like, yeah, we know you did that because I'm looking at 4 quarterbacks in 4 different leagues. All of them got the exact same trait. Yours don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I'll be like, yeah, that motherfucker cheat. Like, got your ass. You know, like I'm on that shit. But this one here, I was telling him, like, I don't know, man. I'm like, this shit, it looks bad, but this is daddy league. I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, all I know is it does look fishy. But I left it as that. You know, I'm just looking at his team again, trying to figure out, like, damn, this motherfucker got a squad. I'm going to go ahead and might do a little show on his squad. And I'm looking at his players. The next thing you know, my inbox start blowing up. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody was like, talk. I'm like, about what? Speak your piece, dog. I'm like, fuck it. I said, man, I'm doing some shit, looking on Daddy League, looking on this, and the shit just looked like it don't add up. I say, but I'm looking at other quarterbacks, you know, and there are certain things. I told another person, I say, if you look at Lamar Jackson, he has changed from like scrambling quarterback, no, from pocket passer to scrambling quarterback or something like that, from Daddy League to this. So I was like, Lamar got it. Who knows? Unless somebody changed Lamar, I don't know. But Lamar was the only one. It was like Lamar and him. So I left it alone. Look, I wasn't here for that. I wasn't here for that. All right, honestly, like I literally be trying to steal all y'all ideas so I could get better. But that's where that came from, man. And I guess everybody did some digging, and they all did their own investigations and their own digging. And true enough, like, it looks bad. Not saying you did it, but it does look bad if you go daddy. And then from that point, it's like you get your lawyer, they get their lawyer, and see who can prove it best. But in the end, I was like, I don't know. I ain't saying shit because I don't think so, you know. And I left it as that. I didn't think he actually cheated. I didn't. But I was just like, that. Some of his players just, man, them motherfuckers are just great shit. And they all rookies. That's the thing. It's like, if you a commish and most of your 99 overall players are like 22 and 23, it's like you did one or two things. You either upgraded them rookies immediately, you know, before people even had a chance to trip off the fact of what the fuck that rookie was, or you created that motherfucker in a draft and drafted them. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I never created a player in the draft, so I don't know. Or like I said, at the end of the day, I'm looking at like a rookie or two that I built in another league. And not his first year, but like now his second year, he at 90. Damn, it's a wide receiver. But it's like, did I start looking at the quarterback stats? And I'm like, the quarterback ain't won no MVP. The motherfucker ain't the best quarterback in the league, but that motherfucking damn sure. So that's what it was, man. Motherfuckers just questioning shit, you know, and I know it sucks, you know, for you to have a team of that caliber at that age, and it just looks so suspect that people call you out on it. But my thing is this, man. I wouldn't take it to heart. I know it sucks because people throwing you on like that. I wouldn't take it to heart. I would just look at it like, hey, you know, if you know you didn't do nothing wrong, fine. If you knew you did it, it's fucked up, you know. But at the same token, I don't know. It's always the motherfuckers that you don't think, though. You know, a lot of times, like, we sit there and you play in the league and you just be chilling. And like I say, Neil been in the league forever, since day one. And he still fucking cheated when he was a commish. Like, truthfully, I've always expected Neil to do a lot of shit. I would have never put cheating roster on Neil. Never. Like, because like I say, he a vet. He one of the guys, he one of the motherfucking what they call it, Mount Everest. Not because he's great, but he's the Mount Everest. Like he's a Hall of Famer in this league, man. He's from day one. So it's like when shit was going on with him, I was like, come on, Neil. I'm like, man, what you cheating, man? This is us, man. Like this 2A1. Like cheating, man. That's some shit. One thing about me in video games, man, the minute I start cheating in the video game is I'm not playing it no more. That means that I don't care about the game no more. And I'm just doing dumb shit. I was the type of nigga that didn't even want like all the fucking extra men. Like when motherfuckers play Grand Theft Auto, my son like, man, I got the code to get you all the money and all the, I don't want all that. Like, cause then you give me all that, now the game is done. Cause now I got everything. Like you, so looking at the quarterback, let's go with it. Looking at the quarterback, it's like you got a 99 overall X Factor quarterback. This dude is 22 years old. Like at 22, he's the best quarterback on the game. Literally. He's literally the best quarterback on the game. It's like, how the fuck did you know to draft that motherfucker? Like, that's the shit I be looking at. Like, how the fuck did he know that motherfucker was in the draft? And I think he was the second pick of the draft, though. It was like almost like guaranteed you was going to get him. So it was like maybe he fixed that motherfucker for the draft, but I don't even know if you could do that. So that's why I don't question. That's why I didn't bring it to the forefront. But looking at that fucking quarterback with 95 throwing power. But you know, I drafted a rookie. Let's go. I was in another league. And I drafted a rookie, and I'll show y'all the guy I drafted. Let me get to it real quick. But that's why I was saying it's possible. But the motherfucker is an X Factor. I drafted a superstar. I'm not a commission in this league. And y'all know I don't throw the ball like that. So the player that I got, my rookie, I think this is his rookie year. No, this is his second year. He's an 85 overall. You know what I'm saying? It's like superstar 85. I tried to build him. He got 99 throwing power. Let me see. I didn't make that motherfucker. He wasn't an 85 last season. He was like a 78. All he got is 99 throwing power. But he didn't, like, he a superstar, and that nigga didn't get built as quick and as fast. Like, I don't know. I don't know how he did it. I just, like I said, maybe he didn't cheat. Maybe he just all of a sudden became like the perfect team builder. Like, to have 99 overall linemen, 99 wide receiver speed. This motherfucker got so much 99 going on his team with like no regression. Like, that's why people question it. So it's like, man, you gotta be doing something. Maybe not. Maybe that motherfucker just drafted everybody that he knew was that good. Let's look at his roster while I'm on this motherfucker. Why not? I should have put that shit in. We gonna come here, man. So we looking at 99. Let's look at some of his younger guys. Let's see. His quarterback. You drafted this guy last season. He's an X Factor. Let's see what he did last season. His first season in the league, he threw for 4,000 yards, 47 touchdowns, and he threw 46 interceptions. So it's like, does that take away from anything, them 46 interceptions? Like, what are y'all? I don't even know what motherfuckers are throwing for. Let's look and see now, because this season's no, we in the mid-season. 4,000 yards for a quarterback. Right now, you already got passing leaders at 4,000 yards. Already. These niggas 4,000 yarders. So what we in? Week 15. So you got three weeks left. And he pretty much passed for what 3 quarterbacks have already surpassed with 3 more weeks to go. So his quarterback didn't put up the best number. You know, let's keep going. So this, like I said, this is just what I'm saying. Like, this is what people are questioning. They just like, how the fuck did your quarterback even? Yeah, we know he had X factor. We get that. That motherfucker ain't even worth no money. Like 93 speed he had, 89 acceleration, you know. But then you look at like his 95 awareness, 95 throwing power, 92, 91, 99. 92 throw on the run, like 92 throw on, 99 throw under pressure, 99 break sack. Really? 97 break sack? Like, who quarterback is breaking sacks at fucking 97? That's a quarterback. But then his play action is a 75. So it's like, how you could throw on the run and you could break sacks, but you ain't a play action quarterback. This carry is garbage. And motherfucker got 89 ball carry vision. This motherfucker got 86 juke. Nigga, this nigga quarterback got 86 juke. Let's do this. Let's look at like all the quarterbacks. So this what I'm just saying. This is why people was questioning it. Because when you go to quarterbacks, you go to juke. How many quarterbacks got juke? So you got a few. You see what I'm saying? So it's not impossible. Lamar Jackson got 90. Randy McFly, the Steelers quarterback, got 86. Kyler Murray got 86. And then this motherfucker, you know? So then we go to ball, what's the other one? Break sack. Where's that break sack at? See, this is what you do. You just compare them to other ones and see if, but you understand the other ones are like been in the league. Like they damn near out the league. You know, he compared to like motherfuckers that's been there. Ball carry vision. His shit's an 89. These motherfuckers, you know, everybody else is the older quarterbacks with that shit. Play actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put him up, his play action don't even compare to these motherfuckers. Break sack, you got Joe Burrows up there. He's in the league with Joe Burrows and Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and Kyler Murray. And then this motherfucker. It's like that rookie is better than all of these motherfuckers that's been in the league for years. I'm talking about these old motherfuckers. Everybody in there is old. You know, then you got this nigga, which is who? His quarterback. So I'm saying, like, compares. So it's not like he got stats ain't nobody else got. But I ain't gonna go too much longer. I just realized 18-minute motherfucking video. I ain't even want to talk that long. But in the end, man, Tyler, that's me. That's me. I guess I started it, man. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody and they pretty much went outside and said, "Hey, Smokey back here taking the shit." But I ain't telling nobody else though.